cute. It's not even funny.
Me? Thank you. This is my.
Shelly, you could do better next time.
Oh, you got the. Welcome back, everybody. This time, I will listen to Angie. How is everybody today? How are you, Angie?
Thank you for asking. I'm good. I'm
All right, that's enough.
excited.
Sally, how are you? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Angie, go.
Yeah, he started saying good night now because I talked to him about it. I was like, you don't greet anybody. And then like he was like, what do you mean? I was like, it actually really hurts my feelings when you go to bed and I don't even know that you fell asleep. He doesn't say good night. He doesn't say I love you. But now like he started yesterday, he gave me the biggest hug in the world and he was like, I love you. Have a good night. And then he kissed me on the forehead.
Oh, so cute. Good job, Andres. Good job. You get a star today.
Oh yeah, you haven't given out any stars in a while,
No,
so
I
all right,
haven't.
I did good.
Yeah, did you do my homework where you had to start calling Angie cute pet names?
So these faces, I forgot.
Yeah, I did forget.
Well, no, we had a pretty busy week, guys.
Yeah.
A pretty
Yeah,
busy
that would be
week.
perfect time to give her a cute pet name to remind her that you love her.
What is it?
I don't know. You didn't give me one.
You gotta tell me.
I call you a bunch of things. Honey
Not
Bunny,
good.
Honey Nut Cheerios, Babe.
Okay, I'll think about it. By the end of the show, I'll have something.
All right. Hey, she's gonna remember. I'm not. I'm gonna forget completely. She's gonna remember.
What about you
Anyway.
guys? How's everything with you guys? What's new? What's popping?
Good. I think Sabrina would love to tell a story. Not a story, but just something that happened yesterday. Nothing crazy, but for us, it was kind of very
Oh
different.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
what was he talking about?
Yeah, you want? I know. Yesterday, you were like, "Babe, we should talk about the podcast." I was like, "No," and you're like, "I'm
Okay,
going to." So go ahead.
for research for the podcast, only for the podcast. So
Right. For
this
apparently,
is
it's for the
the only
podcast.
reason why we came.
Okay.
What we did yesterday is we went to a sex shop.
Oh my god!
But it was not just your regular like sketchy sex. It was a superstore.
Okay.
It had, when I mean everything, like things I've only seen online. It was insane.
Wait, how did you guys get there? Was it like, oh look, here it is?
No, I just texted him. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing later today?" And he was like, "Nothing. After 5:30, like I'm off work." I was like, "You want to go to a sex shop?" And he was like, "Where?" And I sent him like a location because I just looked it up, and it was a superstore. And he was like, "Okay."
So it was planned. It wasn't like you guys just
So
happened to walk by.
it
she
wasn't.
planned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't spontaneous at all. It was just like because she had
No, it was
asked me.
spontaneous that day.
Yeah, because she had asked me, I think, earlier in the week, and in my head, I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "I've never," and like, already because of the type of store, I was like, "I don't know, it's gonna feel weird." Like,
And then
how
of
did
course,
everybody's gonna?
I said that we went for like research, but it's also our anniversary is coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait! What
I
kind
was
of
like,
research?
She said research for the show for the podcast, so we could come back and inform everybody.
Oh.
"Oh, we
Yeah.
know the real reason."
Hmm
It's for is it? What was
For her own
the guy?
benefit.
Tio Mario? Tio Mario.
No, Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Oh, yeah. Alessandro De Maggio needs to play and have fun with his wife.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so we went and I don't know if you guys have, because I know you said you guys have recently started watching The Office. I don't know how deep you into it, but
Oh,
there is
I
one
stopped
episode.
watching it.
Oh God.
You
But
have to.
anyway, I think Sally, you said you watched it.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but there's this one episode where Michael goes to a sex shop and he's just laughing the entire time. And for the first like 3 minutes, that's all I was doing. I was laughing because I was seeing all these dildos, these vibrators, these. I was like, this is like pocket pussies. I'm like, this
There were
is
sex
insane.
dolls.
There were sex dolls. I'm like, oh my God. And it was so much stuff that I was like, how can you not come in here and not laugh?
He
Like,
was a little overwhelmed.
I was so overwhelmed because I'm like, this is a lot. I'm like, how can, and then there's people working there. There's just nonchalant. I'm like, I, I, I don't know how someone just walks in here and not giggles and not laughs and not just starts saying random
I
stupid
felt like I
shit.
was walking through with a 5-year-old.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. I was just like, this is a lot. And then,
And then there was like dick candies, like for the bride, like bridal showers, and like
the
bachelor parties.
lollipops, the
There was like
gums.
hella cake, like things for dicks, and it was
Yeah,
crazy.
there were like molds for you, for each body part. So you can make a cake.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. I was like, and it was when I say it was big, I was like, that I don't think that's a normal size cake. Like that has to be an over dramatic size cake. It was like insane. I was like, what the hell?
And
And
then we
yeah.
also saw the mold where you can make a mold of like your man's part.
Oh yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? What the hell? That's insane.
I don't know, it was fun.
Yeah,
the,
it definitely was fun.
the important question is, did you guys got anything?
What? I
Yeah.
got myself a nice costume, girl.
for
I'm
for
wearing,
for date night.
you already know.
Like he got a schoolgirl costume for himself.
Don't forget the whip. I got the whip too.
Oh my
We got
god.
what do we get? We got pop rocks,
Oh yeah.
like the world pop rocks.
Yeah.
So put the
Yeah.
pieces together in your mind. And
I
Angie's like,
want
we got,
no,
I want to.
no.
and then we got
What
this
else?
card game.
Oh yeah.
It's a little spicy.
It's like spice it up card game that you do stuff
And
in the
then I'll
bedroom.
tell you what else we got, but after the show.
Is it? It's not meant for YouTube or anywhere where
Not
this.
PG-13.
Did you guys try the cars yet?
No, no, not
Yeah,
yet. No, I
waiting for
had
the
I ate too much spice, so we couldn't do anything.
oh, yeah,
That's
Yeah,
funny.
but I definitely do, like, to anybody listening, any couple out there listening, I do recommend you going with your spouse. It it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun. It's definitely gonna be funny. If your humor is like mine and you're very immature, you're gonna laugh a lot because you're gonna see things that you're like, I thought I'd only saw this in movies. Like, no, people do this in real. Oh, and there was a couple there, and
oh, so weird.
there was a white couple there, and they got a
Oh,
bunch of when I talk about a bunch of stuff, just use your imagination, okay?
like
And
sex swing, everything.
they were probably like, I want to say 60 years old, maybe a little older, and there
Hmm.
was
Good
like
for them.
a group of black women there, and they were giggling and laughing, and they were like, oh, you guys are gonna have fun, blah blah. And then the white couple were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a demonstration, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Bro, when I tell you my jaw dropped, I had to pick it up so fast because I swear the woman looked at me and I was like, what do you mean a demonstration? And that's all the context I got.
I think it's probably like a sex party or like
That
those parties.
I got in the car and I told Sabrina, I was like, babe, did you hear? And she's like, no. And I explained it to her. She's like, yeah, it's probably a sex party. I'm like,
Not like an orgy, but like
that's
when you go to
insane
like
to me.
and they sell items.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Kind of
I
like a
thought the
jewelry
opposite.
party.
No, yeah, I thought complete like demonstration. Like that's what I was like, that is insane. And then I was like reminded I live in Florida. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Like if I put the dots together, it just makes sense that they would do a demonstration in the state of Florida.
I
So
thought she
yeah,
was a health teacher. Maybe that's why she needed the stuff.
I don't know. I guess my mind went to the gutter like super fast. So, but yeah, I do
Just
recommend
go to
couples
one. You
go
want to
out
go to
there.
one?
Yeah,
Sure.
you guys should definitely go. Definitely go.
I've been to one, but it's at the mall, and it's small. What's that one?
Spencer's?
Spencer's.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the same thing.
Oh, I mean that's I would say that's like a PG rated
It's
version.
like a provocative store,
Oh,
but it's
really?
not like yeah.
Yeah, like if you go to like I don't want to say all sex stores are the same, but if you go to the one that we went to yesterday or something like that in at your local store, it might have a little bit more
Like all
than
you see is boobs and those
yeah, like there's a
everywhere.
lot there.
You know what? In New York, which is something that I've been wanting to do, I just haven't told you. In New York, there's a museum of sex.
Museum sex, yeah.
Yes, I want to go
Oh,
to that one. Yeah, for the pictures that I've seen, I mean, I've never been there, but for the pictures that I've seen,
It looks fun.
yeah, let's go.
Sure.
There was an aisle there of like dildos, right? And they ranged from different sizes. And on this was like, that's impossible. Like,
yeah.
that cannot fit. And I was like, some people make it fit. And he's like, that's ridiculous. That's like a dinosaur.
Yeah, dude, it was
All
it
you
was
hear is him gasping in the store.
yeah, I was definitely that Latina tia that like, ay Dios mío, no puede ser. That's exactly how I was yesterday. I was just
Pobrecita.
like, I was like, there's no, and I even whispered, I was like, babe, there is no way someone is fitting that, and she's like, no, babe, some people. I'm like, that's insane. That is
I was
insane to
like,
me.
look it up. Look it up.
Yeah. I was like, no, 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 I'm okay. Like, that's just way too big for me to look up. Like, I think the FBI would raise a flag on me if I looked that up. Like, no, 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 thank you.
My God, your
But yeah,
weekend
so
sounds fun.
it
That was
was
our
it,
weekend adventure.
yeah. Yeah, so I definitely
It's like
recommend all
a club
couples
when
out
you go
there.
in though, because they have somebody standing at the door and they have to check your ID.
Yeah, that's right. They checked their ID. I was like, are you serious? Look at me. I don't look anything near 18 years old. I'm like, I get if you're, IDing Sabrina, but do you see me? I look like a caveman. Come on.
So if I go, they're gonna like look for my ID and my passport
And your birth
and my
certificate.
birth certificate. Damn.
It's like you're walking through TSA. That's
Yeah.
good.
Like,
But yeah, so
I swear I'm 28. I swear I'm 28.
next date night for the Sellies, go to a sex shop.
What are you doing next weekend?
It's like meeting you at that sex shop. Wink, wink.
You know nothing goes
Ow.
on at the sex shop, right? You can't do things there.
Well,
Not anymore.
you you can
Sully
just
would know.
And then
Sorry, no, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know anything. He wouldn't know anything.
you
explain.
guys should go Saturday night and then go to church the next Sunday.
No, dude, I have to go to church every Sunday now. So,
Why have to define have to?
well, Noah's doing his
First communion.
first communion CCD class,
Ah,
and it's every Sunday church, and the class itself is once a month.
oh, okay.
Yeah, which is not bad because today I was there for how long?
2 hours? Three?
3
3 hours.
hours. 3 hours.
Damn.
Do
Yeah.
they feed you?
Yeah, they gave us breakfast. They gave us cake.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, send the address,
I
girl.
was
I'll
about
be
to
there.
say, yo, like I have no problem if they feed me.
Yeah, no. The
Damn.
master started at 10. Then after that,
Give us our daily bread.
we
That's- Good shit, babe. Good shit. That was good. That was good.
Sabrina, Diosito's gonna not be mad. Is gonna be mad at you. Diosito, forgive her. She doesn't know what she's saying.
No, God is my daily bread. I don't need to be fed. It's all good.
Only at night time.
Oh my gosh.
I can say it's safe to say we're what almost 10 minutes in. I think Diosito would be upset at everything we just said today.
He doesn't like this show.
Diosito
Yeah.
forgets me because I went to church today and me and him became more close than ever.
So Angie saved us. Jesus saved us first.
No,
Angie's our second savior.
we went to I went to church with the kids, and then after church we went to get a tattoo with my girl.
Oh, you got it today.
Like that's what I was doing.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's why you guys keep
sick.
on.
Yeah.
And can you for the viewers and listeners, can you tell us exactly what it says?
Read it.
Sorry, I don't my glasses are not.
Sabrina, you read it.
Okay, because that's like that's better.
I know it says I know it's Harry Potter themed, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I
It's
saw what's the triangle represent again? I forget.
It's the three brothers or something, right?
it's part of the
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 three
story.
Deathly
the
Deathly Hollows.
Hallows.
The
the
Deathly
Deathly Hallows.
Hollows.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm more of a Star Wars nerd than Harry Potter. I love Harry
Well,
Potter, just putting it out there.
one stone, right?
Cut it out. Cut it out.
But what does it say? It says always something.
After all this time, and then it's a question. After all
Right.
this time, and then the answer is
Always.
always.
Is it
Yeah.
in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big part of the movie. Yeah. It's like it's
You
big.
can't miss it.
Yeah. It's they really focus on that scene because it's the professor.
The Professor Snape.
No, the
Oh,
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Yeah, Dumbledore is talking to Professor
Snape.
Snape, and um, Professor Snape proves that he has always loved Harry Potter's mother. He has always loved her until now.
Lily.
So,
Right.
yeah, and then Dumbledore. That's what his question is after all this time, you still love her, but he only says after all this time, and
Right.
and then the guy says always.
Always.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, I liked it when I saw it.
Now, what made you guys decide to get that one? Aside from the fact that you guys are Harry Potter fans,
Angie, that's not your first tattoo, right?
No, I have more.
don't ask selling because it's pretty apparent that it's not his first
Oh,
one.
I thought that was a shirt.
Hey, PG. Oh, hey, PG. I can't blur that much out. No, hey. Listen, pre-production is gonna be a lot of work if you do that for me, please. And it's gonna scar my life. And Sabrina will probably look and be like, "What are you watching?"
Why you keep reminding it?
No, but I do want to go get another one. Hopefully next Friday or
Nice.
next
Okay.
weekend. Hopefully depends how it'll be looking. How we're looking. But the reason why well, he's a fan of Harry Potter since I met him, and I just recently became a fan. And when I heard this
Quote.
words, this quote, it got to me not just as like a partner or a wife, but also as a mom or as a person in general, because it can
Mhm.
mean a lot of things. And the symbol also has its own meaning.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it's not just a quote, but the symbol has its own meaning too. And I really like the symbol meaning, because for me as a mom, is like what, which is the last brother of the symbol. For me, it represent it. I kind of like got as a mom, as a person, and I like it. You know, it's not only as a wife, because you can use it in different ways.
Mhm.
In different ways, like for example, like somebody asks you after all this time, you're you know, you still care about your children, you still care about this ex person, and you said always. You know, that's the way that I see it for me.
That's cute. Real
Yeah.
cute.
And then the symbol, it's amazing. I like that story too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any other stories? Any relationship stuff that you wanna?
We
You
have
know,
another matching tattoo.
that's not
Oh.
your first matching tattoo.
No,
Is it on your butt?
no,
Thank God, because I didn't want anybody showing me
no. We
anything.
have Noah's name, which was my first tattoo.
Hmm.
Noah's name in Morse code.
How does that look?
It's a bunch of
Dot
dots.
dash, dot
Oh, it's just
dash.
dots.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
it's
So
like
it's kind of like Braille.
No,
No,
no.
no,
it's
no.
it's literally just dots like that, space, dot, space, dot,
Ah, okay,
and then
Yeah,
like
okay.
long dot, space, dot.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then he has it too. I think his and his.
It's in here somewhere.
It's in the mess.
So yeah, and then I have the kids' names, and I love roses, so I got a rose. And then I have so I said, Michael, this is my arm for like
Tattoos.
my family, like my kids, my husband,
Okay.
and things like that. And this is like my arm for like how I grew up, like who the people I grew up with. So I
Okay.
separate them.
Right. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay.
because I have
Cool.
Caramelo, which is my grandpa, which was my grandpa's nickname, and then
Mhm.
Gloria, which was my grandma's name, and a cross, red.
I have my grandpa's name on my wrist.
Yeah,
So cute. I don't
nice.
think
And
we have enough time
butterflies.
for me to go
To
over my
go over,
tattoos.
yeah. I was gonna ask you, and then the longer I looked at your arms, I was like,
If
you know,
you
Mm.
if you were to ask me, my favorite tattoo of yours is the werewolf.
The wolf.
The
It's not
wolf.
a. It's not a werewolf. It's a
The
wolf.
wolf.
does the wolf represent
So like,
anything?
I like the vampire yarn.
And it's a bat. Does the wolf represent anything?
Yeah, I mean everything does have a
Its own
story.
little mini. Okay.
Everything does have a story. I
I
have.
know, it just look cool.
So it's actually a pack of wolves. So there's two big wolves, which is the parent wolves, me and her, and then two pups, which are our two kids.
Aww.
Aww.
Are you
That's
gonna have
so
to add
sweet.
another wolf soon?
No.
Before we even have kids, I have to find space here first if we're gonna have another kid.
That's what I thought he was doing. I was like, is he checking for
That's why
space?
you have two arms.
It's like, 2 hours. I was telling him that he should tattoo the kids' names because I have them both, Noah and Emma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he's like, "Where would I put it?" So I was telling that you can put it right
In
here.
your chest. Oh,
He's like,
okay.
"No."
I mean, I would do it, but I like big tattoos, so it would have to be like big enough to read,
Okay. I mean,
obviously.
you definitely
Put it
have
on your
traits.
forehead.
No, chill. Don't do that.
Put
Noah,
Angie on your forehead. And then
Emma.
Noah and Emma on your
What did you
chest.
check?
Sally, if there's anything I have ever told you never to listen to my wife, it's that. Don't listen to my wife with that. Please, just don't do that.
Okay.
Prove that you love her, yo.
Right. So I kind of wanted to bring up a certain topic that me and Sabrina were talking about today on the way home
No, I'm
from
done.
Target. You're not dumb, Angie. We all think
No.
you're very intelligent. You're
No,
very
I said
smart.
I'm done. I didn't say I'm dumb.
I didn't say that either. I was defending the fact that you were intelligent, and now you're coming
I'm
after me.
so
What kind of shit
hungry.
is that? Yeah, I know your mom's cooking something, and it smells
I smell
delicious.
it.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, my tummy's talking.
Oh.
Tell him to shut up for a second because we got to talk about some stuff. So, babe, help me out here because you know my
He
memory.
said my tummy's talking.
She's hungry too.
So we were talking about, and we don't have to name any names, babe. 'Cause you know what I'm talking about, right?
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize Angie's still laughing.
My tummy's talking, and all I heard was a brr.
Babe, you see what you did? We were about to have a serious
I'm
moment.
hungry.
You broke Angie.
My tummy won't stop bothering me.
You started to sound like Winnie the Pooh right now.
No, because when she says this like that, again, like me,
Imagination.
yeah, like when people talk, I start like,
Imagining it.
yeah, it was like yesterday when you were saying something, and I was like looking at something else, but I was picturing what you were saying. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
I was like, she was talking, I was like this. I was like, but like I was like zoomed to like a different thing. So when Sabrina says my tummy's tucking, all I can picture is like her and her stomach and like somebody in her stomach going.
A little Sabrina. A little Sabrina.
That's weird that you guys picture a little person in me.
Oh my god.
Okay, that was done. That was the segment.
Okay, stop it.
Sorry, it's because I'm getting hungry now. The more I think about it.
About her? Who? Sabrina?
No. The more I think about the food, the more I think about the smell, because the smell is seeping into both rooms. I smell whatever my mother-in-law's cooking. It smells fantastic.
Let's go to my mother-in-law to eat. Can we go to your mom's house to eat?
We were there yesterday.
What today's today? I'm sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead. Continue.
it's okay because now I'm just thinking about food. But yeah, babe, help me out with this. Again, I don't want to name any names, but we can, go ahead and talk about it.
Do
So
it.
no, because I mean, not that
Because
they
we were
hear this, because
listening to another podcast, right? And they were talking about how this dad said that his daughter, she was 12, right?
yeah,
His daughter had her first heartbreak, right? And then they were talking because they were talking to him and he was like, no, I'm just really happy that she told me to begin with, right? And then how she was crying about it, he was just being there for her. And then they were like, yeah, as long as she at least told you about it, you should feel good, you know? And then we were talking about one of Andres' nieces, because they were saying like, oh, when like your kids come to you about certain things, you shouldn't be like, no, I don't want to hear it, or like, oh, don't talk about that in front of me, blah blah blah. Like if like she's talking about boyfriends or like boys, whatever. And you know how dads usually like automatically shut that down. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to hear about like any boyfriends or whatever. They were saying you shouldn't do that because it's training your kids not to come to you about those things. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden on this, like, got a little like, because I was like, you do that to your nieces and stuff like that. So, like, obviously, like, they have dads that they're going to go to. But what if they want to talk to you too about these things? You know, because some of his family members, like, their dads aren't really the greatest. So I was like, what if they end up going to you about these things and stuff like that? And he was like, no, yeah, I definitely have to, like, try to like calm down with that. Like I want them to be open with me and stuff like that. Is that what you want to talk about?
that's not it. But we could bring that up too. It's the second part that we
That's
got
how it
really serious
started
about it.
though.
That is how it started. Because now that I think about it, I mean, this is a good topic to talk about. Is that like with me, and I don't want to really ask Sally because Emma's not there yet.
But
I'm going
Noah
to.
is.
Okay,
Oh,
see, and this is a different perspective because yes, I'm an uncle to a nephew, but he was just born. There's no reason for me to get like whatever about. But for me, like whenever my niece comes to me and a boy is mentioned, I'm like, I'm like, don't please, because my thing is for my niece, she means the world to me. So if I hear of any heartbreak, it just instantly I'm like, I just got to beat the shit out of that kid. I know that
she's like
sounds
the
wrong.
closest thing
I
he
won't.
has to his own children.
Yes, and like she means though, like she is my kryptonite. Just like my dog and my wife are to me. Weak. She asks for anything. I don't care if I go bankrupt at that point. Like I just will give her anything she wants. Like
I
I'm very
wanna.
weak when it comes to.
I wanna be your
I'm.
niece.
No, I don't have that much money. But yeah, so I guess now that we're bringing this topic up, and we can get to everything else later, but how are you mentally preparing for that, Angie? Because you said you're dealing with that now, or you're about to deal with it
Noah.
now
No,
with Noah.
I feel like I deal it. I'm good with it because, like I mentioned in a couple episodes before, it's like I'm mentally preparing myself from when the kids have to leave. I don't want to kick them out, but like me and Michael, I always tell him this: like our kids are, we're just borrowing them. Like
Mm-hmm.
eventually they're gonna have to leave and be their own person. So like
Mm.
I'm just here to guide you, the person you want to become. But I know you usually have a hard time when no one wants to tell you about girls.
Is Noah open about it with you
Oh,
guys?
with me,
Yeah.
yes. With me, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, like there
He's
was
like, Mom, I'm gonna bring a girl home and you're gonna love her.
No, like the thing that he told me, which was recently, not so long ago, during the summertime, he was like, "I mean, I want to talk to you," and he literally pulled me to the stairs of the backyard, and I was like, "Okay, what happened?" He's like, "I like this girl on my summer camp," and then I was like,
Ooh.
"Okay, cool." I thought that's about it, right? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, nice," and he said, "And she likes me back," and I was like, "Okay, how do you know?" And then he said,
I asked her.
no, basically he's like, oh, because she told me, and she told me she likes my eyes, and I told her I like her hair. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
that's cute.
That means he was so excited he had to tell you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So and then I told no, I was like, okay, you want to go tell daddy? He's like, no, daddy doesn't want to hear me.
Yeah, because
Oh,
there was the year before. This was not in daycare. This was in regular school.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a girl that he liked in his class, and like the first time that he told me, he was like, "Okay, cute, okay,
Mm-hmm.
move on."
Yeah.
But then it was like, I don't know. I don't think he got in trouble, but it like because I used to bring him to school every morning. He saw the girl that he liked, and he was calling her and like calling her and calling her and calling her, and the little girl was walking with her dad, but the I could see that the girl was just trying to ignore him, like not pay attention to him. I was like, no, you gotta stop. You called her 5 times already. She didn't look. You gotta stop, and you can't do that in class either. Like you have to focus.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he took it the wrong way, but like, yeah.
Yeah, because he comes to me a lot more when it for those kind of things. He definitely comes to me
Mm-hmm.
a lot more because I like to sit down with him, and then I even explained to him. I was like, okay, just liking, that's it, like nothing else. He's like, no, mommy, I know, and I'm like, okay, like no, no holding hands. He's 7 years old, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like nothing like that. You just like each other, and you guys can be friends, and that's it. He's like, I know, but he's definitely a lot more open with me when it comes to those things.
that's good though.
Yeah, and I tell him like all the time too. Like I recently told him, and I mean we're both proud of him because for this couple of months he's been doing so much better. Like he's been listening a lot more. He's been doing the things that we've asked him to do, and everything like that. And then I always tell him, I said, I don't care what you do, good or bad, as long as you come to me first or daddy first, you come clean, that's all matters. I don't care if you did something wrong, if you did something good, and if you did something wrong, yes, I'm gonna be upset, but I'm gonna be even more angrier at you because you didn't told me, you didn't came clean to me. I don't care what you did. I care the fact that you didn't communicate it with me or what you did, and I had to find out by a third person. So like with him, that sucks all the time. So, but with Emma, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna suffer a lot more.
But she's like, I handle Noah. You can have Emma.
No, I feel like
Yeah.
it's all communication.
And that's what I thought about too, because I like whenever, again, whenever my niece mentions the whole boyfriend thing, or just boys in general, I think about it. I'm like, dude, if I'm like this with my niece, what if I have a girl? I'm like, and then Sabrina, like, again, while we're listening to the podcast, she pointed at me and she's like, that's you. And I'm like, and I like
Because
the
honestly,
lady.
like, I have like little cousins. I don't mean to cut you off, like I
Oh, good,
always
good,
do.
good, good. I know. Go on.
But I have like little cousins, and like I have like, his nieces and nephews, and they come to me and they talk to me about it. But that's because I don't really react, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, and then like I let them talk, and I let them like say whatever they say, and then of course if they want my advice, I'll give them advice, whatever. But you have to let them talk, like just talk.
Yeah,
Like, you can't really say much. You can't like obviously when they're done, then you can say what you need to say. But as long as they can talk to you and they feel like okay, like at least I say it and there's nothing happening, you know?
yeah,
And I told them this, like, you need to do that too because God forbid, like, she doesn't want to go to her dad about something, or God forbid, like, she needs to talk to you specifically. You want to make sure that she feels comfortable, you know? All the men in her family, you want her to be comfortable to come to you.
yeah. There has to be at least that one person because, like you said, it's true. Not all the kids are gonna feel comfortable telling their parents every little detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they need that one uncle or aunt that is the person that they'll go to. Like, oh, I don't want to tell my parents this, but I
Because there's a
feel,
lot of things I told my aunt that I
yeah,
never told my mom, you know? Or even my aunt would help me, like, try to tell my mom, you
yeah.
know?
I feel like your sister and Noah are gonna be like that.
Yeah.
With your sister and Noah, because growing up,
They're
we're
really
no,
close.
they're really close, like really really close. And like Emma's still little to tell, right? But like whenever we go to his parents' house, the first thing that they look for, both of the kids, is his sister. Like,
Now,
yeah.
in that case, with how Noah and relationship with Sally's sister, do you guys ever, or do you ever think in the future you're gonna need to like be like, hey, what did he tell you? You know, or you like, no, like whatever he says to her, it's like confidential, I guess, or she'll come to me or she'll come to us, because obviously he's young now, but let alone 10 years from now, he might go to her and tell her something pretty big that he's afraid to tell you guys. Have you guys ever thought about like how to approach that situation with your sister-in-law?
Well, Noah has been good with being open so far, but
Right.
I mean, and my sister, she's already 17.
Yeah.
My sister's
What?
already,
Oh, I thought she was like 20s. Oh, damn, she's a kid too.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
17, and
She probably goes to like Noah for things.
Noah's sitting there. Listen, I think you should do this. This.
I don't know. Talk to mom.
yeah, and now I'm pretty sure my sister would come to you
Yeah.
and tell her before we would have to go to her and ask her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because honestly, I would tell like my sister-in-law or like their parents if I thought it was concerning.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just chit chat, then like no, it's confidential. But like if it's something that I'm worried about or they should be worried about, of course I'm gonna tell like their parents.
Yeah. It's like with your dad and your sister. Um, I remember one time your mom was telling us something about Michael's sister's 17 and she's a very, very, very smart girl. Very smart,
Mhm.
very intelligent. Like she's so sweet and she's also quiet. Um, it's just like the female version of Michael.
I remember meeting her and thinking, this girl does not talk. And I was like, this is definitely Sully's sister because he barely talks.
Yeah, but like I remember her mom telling us a story about a guy one time, and she did told me that he was just a friend, like nothing, no boyfriend, nothing. He was just a friend. And
Hmm.
then at 17, at that age, you want to go out and like be like a normal kid.
Yeah.
But his parents are very like old school. Like if I don't go, you can't go. Like that old school, right? So I remember one summer, she wanted to go out, I think, with some of her friends, and your dad was like, "No, you can't go. If you want, you can buy them over here." I was like, "What? It's the same thing. She going out, and then them coming here. It's just difference that you're not there." I'm like, you also, cause like I said, she's very smart. Like really, like right now, she's taking um, college classes in her junior year in high school.
Oh, damn.
Like she's taking pre-calc and all the AP classes. And I'm like, and then that time I go all the time. And I told her about his mom one time. I was like, she's gonna get tired, and she's gonna explode because yeah, she's good at school, but she doesn't have a social life. Like she gotta build
Mm.
on that.
I'm not gonna lie, strict parents raise sneaky kids.
Oh, look at that! Your sister's gonna be sneaky.
Like my mom and my dad were like very strict. Not that I'm sneaky, but I got away with a lot of shit when I
Yeah,
got
you.
older.
You're pretty sneaky, Sabrina. You went to sex shop.
I was waiting for that. I'm looking at Angie. I'm like, are you gonna mention it?
Okay,
Are
but
you gonna
I'm like
mention it? You're
27,
gonna
so
mention it.
But you just said it. What you said?
She's sneaky.
see now I'm sneaky and kinky.
Okay. All right. All right.
I don't want that picture in my
Ah,
head.
Lord.
Oh my god. But no, I feel like it's good to have open communication with the kids, and it's something that I'm always telling no, like you can come and talk to me. It's like yesterday he told me, it's like, "Mommy, I get scared when you yell." I was like, I wasn't yelling at him, I was yelling at Emma because Emma is not behaving very well.
Yeah.
So I was like, I understand that you get a scare, I get it. But if I'm telling
Pero no
you,
es contigo.
yeah, it's not with you. But if I'm telling you or your sister to do something or stop doing something wrong, like 5 times, 6 times that I'm telling you guys to stop and you guys don't listen, how do you expect me to react?
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, but I got scared. I was like, but okay, it wasn't with you. If you did something, I said, if you're getting scared, it's because you did something wrong. And I know you didn't because you were right next to me. So there's no need for you to be scared. He's like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you said that he got scared too because Emma was getting yelled at, I just called mad flashbacks of of my siblings getting yelled at, and I
Oh,
freeze because I'm
I
like,
would lock the
"Fuck!" I'm
door,
like,
hide away.
I would
'Cause
freeze and I'm like,
mom is on
shit,
a
I'm next.
rampage.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, if I'm like, if I don't move, she won't see that I'm
You will
there.
Because as
notice
soon as I
me.
left, my mom was like, "And you."
Yeah, yeah, because like the thing is, I would treat my like my any of my parents if they yell at me, I would treat it as if I'm in Jurassic Park. Like if you don't move, they won't see you. That's exactly, and I'm like, fuck, that movie never helped, man.
I
Because I
remember
tried to
like
use that, and they would always see me. I'm like, y
my
tú,
sister's
ven acá.
room.
I'm like,
My
puta madre.
sister's room was across the house. Like we had separate rooms. And when I heard my mom yelling in her room, I would run to my room, make sure everything's clean, make sure everything's picked
Yeah,
up, and I would close my door. And I'm like, maybe if I stay in here, she won't
she won't
come.
know. All you hear is dun 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 dun, and then there's a knock at the door. And it's like, fuck.
That's funny. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I always tell Michael that when Emma gets older, he's gonna suffer a lot more in the sense that she's, eventually she's gonna date people. She's going to turn
And Emma's
15.
a badass, yo.
Yo, she is. But just that's the thing, right? Like right now,
No, I think. I'm sorry. I'm thinking how to say
What,
it.
Emma's gonna be a nun?
No, but with her attitude, I think guys are actually gonna be afraid of dating her. And then they take one look at me, they're gonna be like, "Hell no!"
So you don't even have to worry. She got it. You're like, Dad, why don't any of the boys talk to me? I don't know.
I don't know.
So it's gonna be because they weak bitches. They can't handle you, Emma.
No, she's pretty spicy. She's pretty spicy, and like that's what I say. Like right now, she's giving me hard time, but I know when she gets older, she's gonna give you and my dad a hard time
Yeah,
because she doesn't only have you; she also has my dad.
yeah.
It's like
Because she's a mini Angie, so Angie already knows how she works.
yeah, and I don't baby her. That's the thing. But him, my dad, and your grandpa, they baby her like nonstop. So which is making
She's
me
a baby.
because she's a bebe.
That's how she says it.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh, this is a baby.
yeah. What was it? What was it? It's like,
I'm a baby.
my baby.
This is so cute.
So which makes my job harder to raise her while I have my husband and my dad and your
Weak.
grandfather. Like, oh, come here, don't cry.
Mhm.
And then she's like, okay. And I'm like,
Yeah,
no. And then she just gets mad at me because I'm telling her no. Well, she has other
she has
people.
support. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, I
she's got
don't
her
care.
army of men already.
Hmm.
She's like, you think I'm gonna listen to you?
So yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks with her.
Yeah, see, that's me. I'm very weak. That's why I talk to Sabrina sometimes, and like whenever I see my niece or nephew, and I'm like, just give them whatever they want. Just give them the card. Give them the credit card, please. Just whatever they want, anything they want, please, because I don't like seeing them in pain. No, I can't do that. I'm too
In
weak.
pain. I'm like,
Yeah, no, for me, I'm like, no, don't do that to the baby.
My dad
Please.
is like that. My
Yeah.
dad is like my dad will hear her crying and he will come upstairs. What happened? ¿Qué le hiciste? ¿Pero por qué? No, es una bebé. I'm like, go. He's no baby. He's a big girl. Well,
Okay, let's move into Chisme Chat. Chat. That was more of a question.
it's a
Are we cool with that?
long. It's a long,
No.
long, long, long.
No. It's pretty.
Oh, Angie said that you're like storytelling.
No, because those were long. I could show you. Those were long. These I got two here that are pretty short.
Cool.
So I'll
All
go
right.
if we feeder, if we go on too long, then we'll end it because we're down to like 12 minutes left.
Okay, you've
Um,
read these before. They have the full info and
I
everything.
haven't been
Yeah,
on my
because I'd be
computer.
pissed.
Yeah, I haven't been on the computer in a while, so I'm just gonna wing it.
No,
Sorry, guys.
because it's been in the sex shop
Oh, that's right. I was too busy laughing and giggling at dildos and pocket pussies.
and trying them
And
on.
trying them on. No, espérate, hold on. Oh, hey, ho, hey.
He doesn't have to try them. I'm here.
I'm gonna move on to the next segment. Chisme Chat. Okay, so I'm 10 weeks for the moment in the car. I was
10
eating
weeks
when.
pregnant?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm 10 weeks pregnant. It doesn't say
You're
that here. I'm just reading. I'm just reading. I swear to
I
God,
was gonna ask
it
you
doesn't say that.
too.
Okay,
you're already
I'm
missing
10.
information. It's been
Yes, I
like
know.
10 weeks
2
in the
words
car.
in. Like, yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Yes. Okay, I am 10 weeks. She doesn't put that here. I'm 10 weeks pregnant for the moment.
In the
In the
car.
car, I was eating when a drink from the cup holder fell over and spilled on my passenger side of the car after making a turn. My husband was driving. I yelled like, "Oh my gosh," because the drink was ice cold and some fell into my seat, getting my pants wet. Then he says, "If you hadn't been stuffing your fat fucking face, you could have held on to the drink. This really hurt and stung in a bad way. I'm having second thoughts about this man. I don't know what to do."
That
There.
it?
See? That's it. That's it.
Oh
See?
my god, my heart hurts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to punch him
The
in the
title
face.
the title of this is Husband Called Me Fat. That's why I didn't want to tell you
The
guys.
title should have been FTV.
Yeah. So how do we help this pregnant lady?
Have the baby and then whoop his ass. That's all I gotta say.
We don't
Oh.
promote violence here on the show of
See, but
It's Above
like,
the Road.
still, that's not enough
It's
information. Like,
not. That's what I was gonna say. It's not.
because is he normally like that? Was that like a
Is
glimpse of
she
his like anger? Are they married? Like,
is
oh
she,
no, she's a husband, right?
is yeah, is she normally like that? Like, was this something that was happening before the pregnancy? Where
Was there like a fight that happened?
yeah,
So I don't know if this is an update, but I found something here. Thankfully, my situation is somewhat fortunate due to the fact that I'm 26, work in STEM. I don't know what that means. With a six-figure salary, health insurance, and 401k, etc. He has apologized. Let me continue. But claiming that because I suggested he not be on his phone while driving, he lashed out. We were at a turn light that was red. It turned green, but he was on the phone, so he didn't go for a while until someone honked, and he accelerated really quickly, causing the drink to fall. So I called him out about being on the phone while driving, which I had asked him not to do on this trip specifically and on many other occasions. Then that's when he proceeded to lash out. In all honesty, I'm leaning towards termination and then divorce. I'm young still and do not need to be tied to him for the rest of my life. I don't know what happened to me, how I ended up in this situation like this. I always thought I was smart. And as most of you said, no, it's not the first time. He said
Yeah.
horrible things, but he always gaslights and tries to avoid accountability. I've had instances of having a gut feeling to leave before, but he always somehow made me feel like it was always my fault for whatever
So this
fight
was just
blow
like
up
icing
happened.
on the cake.
Hold on. He tried to defend himself again today by saying, "Why would I call you fat or say that if I tell you you're pretty regularly, you need to be eating?" What? I didn't have an answer for this other than your true feelings must be that I was stuffing my fat fucking face.
Can I say the bad word?
Honestly,
Can I say the bad
I,
word? Can I say the bad word?
Go ahead, you can say it.
This motherfucker. Who do you think he is?
honestly, at first I was like, oh, we need more like context clues, but none of the context clues like help the fact that what he said. Like I wouldn't even say that to like an enemy or whatever. Like what he said was disgusting.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then it was just his like because he knew it was his fault, so he was just barking back.
Like
yeah.
the dog?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, exactly.
So honestly, the fact that she like automatically thought of divorce and like leaving, that means there's been incidents before. So like definitely that was just like the icing on the cake.
The Florida recognizes Angie.
My little feet are like
go ahead.
One, why first of all, if this is not the first time he's been treating you like that, why are you still there?
Because she's pregnant.
Right? That no, because she said before she got pregnant and things like that. If you had a gut feeling of leaving, why didn't you go? Second, third of all, the pregnancy got nothing to do. What are you gonna submit to the pregnancy? Like if you're not ready to be a mom, that's understandable. But because they call you these things, what does the baby have to do with it? Like the baby didn't ask to be made.
The
The
baby
baby
didn't.
didn't call you fat.
Exactly. So it's why like why terminate the pregnancy? You're free to do whatever the fuck you want, do what the hell you want. But
Clearly 6 figures, you could take care of the baby yourself.
yeah, but that's wrong on the female's part, right? Like you terminated the pregnancy because somebody called you this, whatever. Like if you already had like that feeling of leaving him, is either you there for a reason. Either you comfortable where you are, or you like the lifestyle that he's giving you. Because if you say you make a 6-figure money, then you could have gone somewhere else. You could have left a long time ago.
And still keep the
And God
child.
gave you a baby for a reason.
Exactly. So I feel like, in my opinion, I think you're both wrong. You for staying and he for not know how to treat the person.
When she said terminate, I thought she meant terminate like the relationship. Like this is
Yeah,
over.
yeah, that's what I was like. Oh,
Oh
you're very
no,
formal with this.
I told terminated it was the pregnancy. That's what I got.
Well, no, I think you're right. I just like didn't know.
Yeah, nah, I definitely think Angie's right. I was just thinking, I'm like, she's very formal, and why couldn't she just say divorce? You
Yeah.
didn't need to say all that.
You marry him? Like
Yeah,
I
that to
Yeah,
me is
forgot.
because
I
crazy.
forgot.
she said both. She said get a divorce and
Hmm.
terminate something something.
So let's
Yeah,
just talk about getting terminated the pregnancy and
Yeah.
getting him
Yeah.
like, come on, female. Come on,
It's
alien.
like, oh, why'd you like get rid of the baby? Oh, he called me fat.
Yeah.
No, like that's like, I feel like for you to be able to know this person is for you, you have to know what kind of relationship this male has with their mom. If this male has a bad relationship with their mom, like, it means that he's probably, and I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. Most likely I am, but it's how are you gonna treat are you your future wife or your current wife in a nice way if you treat your mom in a different way? You know
hmm
what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I get you. Yeah, there's always that saying where like the way a man treats his mother is the way he's going to treat his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I I I think that both sides are immature and both sides are at fault. And the reason why I say both sides are immature is because if the female is in the car in the passenger seat and she's eating, first of all, that's not something that happens in my car. In my car, in the driver's seat or in the passenger seat, neither one of us eats.
No.
Maybe the kids in the back, if they're crying because they're hungry, we'll give them snacks. And even that, we choose the snacks carefully.
Yeah.
We don't give them anything that we know could potentially spill.
Yeah.
But as far as
Mhm.
like in the front, like that's, and I brought it up to her. I even like in the beginning of our relationship, I told her we don't do this in the car because I want to avoid this. And we've never had an argument like that ever.
No. Mm-mm.
Nothing like nothing's ever spilled in the car, no drinks, no food, and it's just something that you do preventatively. What do you say?
Preventatively.
Yeah, we can't say
Pre-
it.
preventative.
Preventatively.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
I get what you're saying. Yes, I get
We're
what
And
you're
to be
adults.
honest
We know
though,
words.
like I've never been pregnant, obviously, but I've been on my period. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat wherever I am. I eat in the car all the time because if I'm like hungry, I'm gonna eat. But obviously, it's clearly something they do, right? But for like, I don't even think it has anything to do with the eating. Like it was just he was mad and he took it out like on the first thing that could come to his mind, and it was
Well,
disgusting. So
they
that shows like some type of inner like temper or like a temper problem or like an inner problem, because he just lashed
Not a
out on the first
problem.
thing he could think
Yeah,
of.
from
and
the
I
update from the update it did give more detail where it said they were both picking on each other
yeah,
because
Hmm.
he was on his phone and the light was green
yeah,
and she says something to him about his driving
Hmm.
and then that's why he lashed out and said that. So
yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. It's immature on both sides.
I agree with the fact that they're both wrong because she said in I think in the update that this is not the first time that's happened. So like, why hasn't this been addressed before?
Or
Yeah.
why are you still there?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, definitely, like that happens. Like, it is what it is. You have to accept it. Us, like, there's been times where you and your husband, like, he's just irking you right now, and you're saying like little comments, and then like your wife is bothering. Like, it just happens when you live with someone, when you're married to someone. You
yeah,
have days where like you just want to punch them in the face, right? But for him to react like that, to talk like
Yeah,
that,
no,
there's
that's
no
not cool.
excuse. No excuse whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah.
I
So
feel like
that's
that's
why, yeah,
wrong.
she definitely should have ended it before if this isn't the first time.
She's not
Or if
getting
you have a
married at
gut
all.
feeling.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
no, yeah. I think they're both wrong. I mean, he
that's
was
disgusting.
clearly more wrong, but at the same time, like she should, if she saw the signs, and you should have definitely
Walk
stopped
away.
that. Yeah, stop that, or just be like, all right, like I'm done with this. Like the fact that they're married is what bothered me because it's like, what
He
the hell?
sounds verbally abusive.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely sounds like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we helped them out.
He
Do you
sounds like
guys want to do
Andres.
one more story?
Yeah.
What?
What'd you say?
So he sounds like Andres.
Get the hell out of
I
here!
wish this man would try.
No, what the hell? I don't talk
He
to people
loves
like
me.
It's all jokes, alright? Don't get offended now.
He loves my fat ass, so it's okay.
that. Whoa, wait, I didn't say that.
You don't?
I love you. I love you so much. Do you guys want to do one more story, or we want to call it there?
One more.
Okay. This
Ah, fine.
one, you
Yeah,
can leave.
bitch.
You can leave. Go, Maya. Take your microphone with you, but leave.
No, don't take the mic. I need it.
I bought it to take the mic.
Okay. Hi everyone. So this is not my
Hi.
situation, but my sister's, who is female, 30 years old. I'll call her Emma. So she called me.
Oh,
I'll
Emily.
call her Emma. There we go. So she called me and said she went out last night with a few of her friends. She got really drunk to the point of blackouts at some point and couldn't remember much of the night, but had a vague memory that she made out with someone.
I
Also,
love
she
those
doesn't
nights.
Also, she doesn't drink excessively often. It's often once in a blue moon. This really is not in her character. Emma then realized she and her friend, male 30, had made out. She feels so ashamed as he has a partner. I'll call her Caitlin, female 30, that she is also really good friends with as well, and they all hang out. Emma says she has no interest or attraction towards him and feels really awkward about what happened, confused to why it happened and how to go about it all. She is an honest person, so I believe her when she says she does not have any interest in him. She messaged the male friend and just wanted to confirm and ask him if they kissed, and he was really nonchalant, admitting to it and saying it was no big deal. My sister feels terribly guilty and isn't sure what to do. She wants to be honest to Kaylin because she does value her a lot, but Kaylin's mother is really sick and could potentially be dying. I don't have all the details, so it all just is really a terrible situation. I thought I'd ask for some advice on how she should go about this. My sister is the kindest soul and would never intentionally try to hurt anyone, and I just want to know, how would you handle this situation?
That last part just made it hard because the entire
The whole,
time, the
yeah,
mom being sick,
yes,
because
Wait,
yep.
but what does the mom having like being sick have to do with it?
Because you go and you tell her, about your boyfriend made out with me, and on
Hmm.
top of that, your mom is dying. That's too heavy hit news.
Do you want a clear conscience? Tell the truth.
Yeah, you got
And
to.
there's the thing too, like, okay, at least she knows because God forbid she
yeah,
finds out later.
yeah,
Like, she's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's the
even more
thing.
hurt.
yeah. I guess it's just how you bring it up. It's like I know you're going through something hard right now, but this is something that I can't continue to bottle up.
Uy.
And the fact that her man didn't tell her is a problem.
Yes,
It's
Yeah.
a real
exactly.
problem.
Yeah.
hmm
Or don't drink.
Someone said you should own up to it. It sucks that she was drunk, but at 30, you're way past being able to blame your liquor when you fuck up,
It's
especially if
true.
she has it under control. Like you mentioned, your small fuck ups can be life changing to other people.
Hmm.
Yeah, she should
Yeah.
tell him, like, in a very careful way. She should tell her
Yeah,
friend.
you gotta tread lightly like you're stepping on eggshells, but you have
Angie,
to
how
tell
would
them.
you feel if a friend came up to you and she was like, "Hey, I got really drunk at your party last night, blah blah blah," and then by mistake, me and Sally kissed? What would you do to her?
To her?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like
She already murdered her in her mind like 10
She
different
was like, wait,
ways.
she's talking? She's already dead to me.
no, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I will have to be in that position to tell you an answer, but I think I will have to see like what he had, like what did he do?
Mm-hmm.
Like what did he do to that for that
How
to
drunk was
happen?
he?
Yes, because if 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 this person is like drunk, like not knowing what's going on, and he's not so drunk that he knows what's going on,
He remembers too.
and he should be able to say no, I can, or like no, you can't do that, like put a stop to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Ask
I
my
find,
wife first.
uh,
Ask my wife first
as
for
my wife
permission.
first, or like if I find out that he doesn't do that, I think I will be more upset at that. Like, why didn't you stop it? Yes, I will obviously will be upset with my friend, and I mean, I don't know, cause I never been blacked out. I never really gotten that drunk to not know, cause I don't know how to feel. Like I don't know, what it is. So I should go get blacked out.
I know eventually the next day, like at first you don't remember anything, but then eventually pieces start coming to you out of nowhere. You're like, what the?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
eventually you start remembering. But the
Yeah.
thing is that obviously she asked him because she didn't remember. So that means he was okay. Like he wasn't blacked out.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that he did it made it seem like, oh, it's no big deal. Well,
Oh,
obviously it wasn't a big deal because you let me do it.
Mhm.
So
That's true.
So
technically, he's making the girl take the blame for everything. When in
essentially.
reality,
because
if
if the I'm sure if a wife like brings it up to him like, oh, I found out this, he's gonna be like, oh, well, she was drunk, she was all over me, blah blah blah. Like tried to stop it, like, and that's the thing. Like if it was me, I would like if okay, like I would be like, don't mention you told me anything, and I would see how long it would take my man to tell me, or if he even does tell me, and then if he doesn't tell me, it's gonna be a problem.
yeah, exactly. I feel like
But what if he blacked out and didn't know?
Well, obviously he didn't because he remembered what happened.
Yeah.
yeah,
True.
like I feel like if it was the other way around, where he blacked out and the female, and he tried to kiss the girl, I feel like it would have been the same thing, but just a different way. Like the girl should have come and tell the friend, then the friend, like, this is what happened.
Yeah.
He clearly didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing in between us. This is the one thing that happened, and it will not happen again. It's just come clean. That's what I said. You want a clear conscience? Come clean.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, karma's a bitch, and it's gonna come back to you, no matter when, no matter how. It's gonna come back to you.
FTV.
MTV, MTV.
Fuck that bitch.
Again, we have to tell you.
Oh, I heard MTV. I'm like MTV.
Somebody needs to wear a t-shirt, bro.
What was
What's
that?
that?
I dropped my mouse, sorry.
Gotcha, gotcha, because it's running fast.
So we're gonna end the show on that corny ass joke. Until next time, guys. Ciao.
Bye.
Good night.